Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tay, and I am the Business Partner Officer at DMU University, Leicester. Thank you so much for joining us today for our special live stream. Today we'll be talking about DMU Global in particular, where we'll be telling you all about our exciting overseas experiences. We'll be talking about our online, our offline, international experiences available to our students. We are streaming here today from our lovely, beautiful Leicester Castle Business School building. You probably can see a little bit behind us the woodworks, which includes a Crown and a Civil Court rooms in the building. And it's used by our business and law students to gain some first-hand experience of being in a trial and the courtrooms. I also have our lovely host here as well.
Hello, my name is Aisha and I'm a Widening Participation Coordinator here at DMU University. So over the next hour or so, we'll be finding out more about the wonderful experiences at DMU Global that our students have had and finding out what DMU Global entails. Please note that this is an interactive session, so if you do have any questions, please do pop your questions in the chat and we'll try and answer them as the interactive session goes on. So today we're here joined by Owen. So Owen, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role?
Yes, absolutely. Hi everyone, I'm Owen. I'm Deputy Head of Global Mobility here at DMU University. So I've been at DMU for 9 years now, and we're going to tell you all about DMU Global over the next half an hour or so. But my role specifically, it involves working with academic colleagues here at DMU University to organise overseas opportunities for students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Owen. We also have the lovely Damla. I'll let you introduce yourself as well.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Damla Finch. I'm the Student Exchange Officer here at DMU. And my role is about supporting students who are planning to spend the year abroad. I help them guide through the whole process from for when they apply through to pre-departure preparation and even when they return. And having participated in and benefited myself from these experiences as a student, I'm really keen to support our students having these life-changing experiences themselves. And I think it's such a rewarding part of what we offer here at the DMU.
Oh, thank you so much, Samla. We are also joined by our lovely students, Daria and Nital. I'll let you introduce as well, as you guys have been on some DMU Global trips as well.
Yes, absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Daria, and I'm a final year animation student about to graduate. And I've taken part in a lot of DMU Global opportunities, but especially a student exchange to California. And soon I'm departing on another DMU Global trip to Sri Lanka.
Thank you so much, both of you. Oh, sorry, Nital, I forgot to.
Hi, my name is Nital. I'm in my second year of psychology and I have been on a DMU Global trip to Dubai and I'm going on another upcoming trip to Vietnam in November.
That sounds really exciting. I can't wait to hear about more of your experiences.
So now the introductions have all been done, let's find out more about DMU Global. DMU Global is a really great asset to our university and it provides a great experience and opportunities for all of our students. All of our students can join DMU Global and so we're looking forward to hearing from Owen and Damla about DMU Global.
Yes, absolutely. So DMU Global is DMU University's international programme for students and it gives you a vast array of different opportunities to internationalise your degree while you're here. The purpose of it is to broaden your cultural horizons, it's to give you those employability benefits as well from taking part in an overseas trip, and also to kind of make our students global citizens. It's been around now for about a decade. DMU Global was originally established as a way of making sure that more DMU students had the opportunity to have an international component as part of their degree. Since we launched, like I said, about 10 years ago, over 17,000 students have been overseas, so this really is a programme that's for all students. To make sure that all students can benefit, we embrace all different types of international activities. So, of course, that involves travelling overseas, but also there's lots of opportunities as well that are on campus and also online as well. So we actually have a video here to watch, so you can see how our experiences have had a transformational experience on some of our students.
So my trip to Dubai with DMU Global was an incredible opportunity that I greatly benefited from. It was my first time in the Middle East, so seeing the vibrant culture and getting the hands-on learning experience at the DMU Dubai campus really helped to enrich my understanding of that part of the world. Our group was there with the aim to better understand global marketing strategies by directly exploring and engaging in one of the world's biggest international hubs, Dubai.
One of the biggest advantages of living and studying in Germany was how well located it was. I got the opportunity to work with the host university as sort of a student ambassador, and I was supporting their international office, and that allowed me to travel to a lot of cities nearby and build a great network, meet loads of people and eat loads of delicious food, which was amazing.
We visited local markets such as the golden soup markets and the local food markets. You could make personalized perfumes or ouds, and that's something that I feel like aren't portrayed a lot in social media, and I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that out unless I went on this academic-led trip.
Although a study on exchange may seem like a study-focused program or a study-focused trip, it is at the end of the day a trip where you get to explore and learn so much more about yourself. You get the weekends to yourself, and in my case I got to explore all the Christmas markets that Germany had to offer, and this is one of the greatest parts of, not only studying and learning much more about your course, but also exploring a new culture and learning new things.
So if you're a DMU student and you've never heard or engaged with DMU Global before, I highly encourage you to click this link here or visit our website dmuglobal.com.
So DMU Global is built on the principle that every student, regardless of their background, program of study or financial circumstances, should have the opportunity to gain international exposure. And the program helps students build confidence, the employability skills and the cultural understanding that is needed to boost those employability opportunities. And 93% of our students who attend our opportunities say that they have been able to do so.
That's amazing.
And then just to follow on from what Damla was saying in terms of it being a programme that's truly for everyone, there's a real diverse range of different opportunities that students can participate in. So we have things such as short 1 to 2 week opportunities that are faculty led. We have longer summer schools where students go and spend time at our partner institutions around the world. We also offer students the opportunity to volunteer and go and make a difference overseas, as well as supporting and helping students find international work placements too. Just to give you a real kind of flavour and give everyone who's watching a flavour of the different types and the variety of opportunities that we offer. Right now, currently, at the moment, we have a group of students in Thailand who are in Bangkok who are taking part in an employability trip. Also this week, we have further trips that are in Denmark, Estonia, Italy and Switzerland. And then in the summer, we have some even more exciting trips that are coming up. So we have students who are spending 4 weeks in Japan and Korea and Spain. And then we have other students who are volunteering in Sri Lanka and Tanzania. So it really is, hopefully, that there's something there for absolutely everyone who comes to DMU, and I think personally as well, some really exciting destinations too.
Yeah, I definitely want to jump onto one of those trips for sure.
Same here.
And just to talk a little bit more on perhaps studying on exchange as well, for students who are hoping to spend a year abroad, there is the opportunity to study on exchange at one of our overseas partner institutions in North America, Europe and Asia. And how that works is one of the most commonly asked, I guess, questions by our students is that undergraduate students, when they're second year students, they apply to go on exchange. The following year, if their application is successful, they study on exchange. And in their fourth year, final year of study, they come back to DMU University to finish their degree. So their degree gets extended to 4 years. They, upon successful completion of a year abroad, they receive recognition in their degree title. So for the sake of argument, if they're studying business management, their degree title would read BA Business Management with a year abroad. On top of that, all modules are taught in English at our partner institutions, so they don't need to know the language of the country that they be studying in. and they are able to immerse themselves into the life abroad, the student life abroad at the partner institution, whilst continuing receiving support from the DMU as well. And I know Daria is going to share her experience on studying on exchange in California. But students are able to join clubs and societies when they're abroad, on top of being able to, of course, develop their employability skills as well as intercultural skills. In terms of finances and fees, which is again quite a commonly asked question, students who are entitled to receive entitled to receive their scholarships, grants and loans continue doing so during their exchange year. They pay a reduced tuition fee to De Montfort University, and they don't pay anything to the partner institution.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there's the Turing Scheme grant, which is the UK government grant that they're eligible to receive, whether they're home or international students. And if they come from disadvantaged backgrounds, there's also additional Turing Scheme funding with that. And one final commonly asked question is, where can I go and study?
Yeah.
So I believe we will be sharing a link in the chat. But basically, students will be able to engage with that link, have a look for themselves to see where they can go, because it just depends basically on what they will be studying here at DMU.
Thank you so much, Amla. I believe we did have a question, and I think you've covered what the question was. It says, what other available country locations are there? You've mentioned some amazing countries.
Yes.
I think we have obviously we have campuses in different parts of the world as well. We have campuses in Cambodia, we have Dubai, Kazakhstan, but also partner institutions like APU. I know there's some locations in China, but are there any you can mention as well?
So those are not necessarily the partnerships that we have with the overseas partners that I've just mentioned.
Yeah.
There are campuses abroad,
Yeah.
but these partnerships are actually different universities that we have exchange agreements with.
Yeah.
So we have more than 60 university partners across the world, and again from North America, that includes the United States and Canada, to Asia, Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong, Europe, many different countries. So these are not our TNE partners, but our direct agreements with those universities.
And we can find that on the DMU Global website.
Absolutely. So in the chat, through the link, students will be able to basically find it out for themselves. It's just depending on the program of their study, they will be able to check where they can go.
Thank you so much. Yeah?
Yes, some really exciting opportunities to go overseas, but we do also appreciate that not every student wants to go overseas and might be more comfortable doing something on campus. So we do have on-campus opportunities for students here at DMU. That includes participating in beginner language classes. So we have classes in Spanish, French, Korean, Japanese, German and Mandarin. We also offer other on-campus opportunities such as intercultural learning courses, and also we give students the opportunity to gain a Teaching English as a Foreign Language certificate. I know Daria, who's with us today, she has learnt Mandarin whilst at DMU as a student here, and has also gained a TEFL qualification. So she's done a lot here with DMU Global. So I wondered whether you could just speak for a moment on how that experience was for you.
Absolutely. So I completed the TEFL qualification, which is the Teaching English as a Foreign Language qualification 2 years ago. And it's been really amazing to use it through like part-time job and summer jobs here in the UK, and I know it can be very useful also abroad. So I've always seen the TEFL qualification a little bit like a plan B, because of course I am studying my course, which is animation, and I would like to go further into this industry. However, if something doesn't work out, or after a few years maybe I want to change my mind, I have this additional qualification that I'm taking out with me from university that is recognized everywhere in the world, and I have it forever, and I've used it already for part-time jobs and summer jobs, and I will use it volunteering in Sri Lanka this summer, which is really exciting. And as you said, I also did Mandarin. I did 4 or 5 semesters of Mandarin here at DMU, and I loved the experience being able to meet other people that are interested in learning languages, and having teachers actually from China not only sharing their language with us, but also the culture and customs, and having the lessons in Confucius Institute here at DMU, which has amazing classrooms just showcasing their culture, and that's been really, really wonderful.
With your experiences as well, Daria, we want to ensure that all of our opportunities are as accessible and as inclusive as possible for our students. For example, with DMU Global Trips, there's funding available for our students to help support the cost of the trip, specifically towards accommodation and travel aspect of them. And if students are coming again from disadvantaged backgrounds, and there's quite an extensive list for that criteria, but that includes, for example, students who come from low-income households, mature students with disabilities, and the list goes on. So we try to make sure that we are supporting all of our students having these experiences. For example, the Mandarin class, Daria, that you attended it's free of charge.
Mandarin classes were free, and then the teaching qualification normally costs a lot of money. It's quite expensive if I do it outside of DMU Global, but with DMU Global, the fee was reduced to only £50 compared to the $380 that it normally costs, which is a big difference.
Yeah, and I think that's so important that you do have those kind of support in place, because for me, when I was a student, I was definitely looking at like what kind of support is available from the university and the opportunities. So I think it is quite important to have a look at what is available to you guys. Yeah.
And I think we would always encourage our students to come and have a chat with us on a one-to-one basis. We run lots of information sessions as well. We're very happy to talk students through if they need that level of support, understanding what funding is available for them, what type of support is available for them as well.
That's fine. Thank you so much. Would you like to add anything to that, Owen?
Yeah, I guess we've gone through a lot of different opportunities that students could do when they're studying here at DMU. So I guess just for me to kind of finish my piece today, it's to really, one, say that I hope everyone who comes here considers doing something international as part of their degree, and two, just to kind of give you a reminder of some of the benefits. So doing something with DMU Global, it looks great on your CV. It can really help you stand out in that very competitive job market. There's our academic trips. It can really help students further their understanding of their subject area. Our students always tell us about the personal growth and the journey they go on as part of taking part in a trip. They come back more confident, more resilient, more adaptable and flexible and things like that. So really kind of good traits to have when you're kind of growing here at DMU. Of course, there's the opportunity to experience different cultures as well. And lastly, just meeting new people, making friends, and above all, it's a really fun experience. And our students really love taking part. So with that, the next video that's about to play are some students who have recently taken part in a trip and are going to tell you how their experience was.
I went to the DMU Global trip to Hague in Netherlands. It was an academic-based trip, so it was mostly just us forensic science students. It was for us to go see the ICMP and the ICC. It was an amazing trip because we were able to go see the ICC, and we were actually able to witness a war criminal get trialed, along with an expert witness on the stand. And then the ICMP was amazing as we were able to actually talk with the experts and see their labs. Oh, the DMU Global team was amazing. They, before the trip, they had like a presentation with us about how we should prepare, how things might look, and what would be like good things to learn about before we go. Along with that, they were always friendly, and the bursary was a good added thing because I was able to afford to go on the trip then. Personally, what I would say for anyone that is planning on going to a DMU Global trip is to absolutely do it. I wouldn't hesitate because there isn't that many chances. Like once you're out of uni, you might not have access to the buildings like that I had access to.
I recently went on a DMU Global trip to Dubai to discover the power of my voice on the new Dubai campus. We had a range of different workshops, but we also had free time as well. So we had 2 days where we could just explore the city by ourselves. And then we had 3 days of workshop. I think one of the highlights of the DMU Global trip was actually meeting the different types of people. There were people I met that I probably wouldn't have ever met unless we were on that trip to Dubai. So that was really great, and these are people that I've stayed in contact with. The advice I would give to students who are thinking about going on a global trip is to definitely, if you think that you can't or if it's not accessible to you, there are definitely ways around it. So speaking to the DMU Global team and asking for that additional support would be really beneficial, because even I didn't think that I would be able to go on one, and I did, and it was definitely the best decision I ever made, and it really has impacted my DMU experience.
So it was the 75th Berlinale. Pretty important one, big milestone, lots of big stars there. So we went and attended. Through the uni, we got access to the student delegate pass. So we were able to see as many films as we could humanly watch for a flat fee, which is perfect because I didn't have to, get my wallet out every time I wanted to see a film. I enjoyed going to see so many different films, embracing the culture, finding new places to explore and eat and travel to, and even like the public transport system there was really fun to engage with. With the DMU Global team, they had extra needs access and disability support, so they were able to help me with my allergies and my medical conditions. They created an emergency plan for me, which really made me feel confident in travelling abroad. Obviously, it's the first time I've gone abroad without my parents. I think DMU Global's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You won't get another trip that has the amount of support and opportunities as you will with DMU Global. So if you're sort of on the fence about a DMU Global trip, just go for it.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Just a reminder, the session is live, so if you have any questions, do pop them in the chat.
So as Owen and Damla mentioned, a DMU Global is such a great experience, and it's an experience for everyone, no matter what your financial circumstances or your background. So we're now going to head off to our students and talk to them. So Daria, could you please tell us a little bit about your DMU Global trip and experience, and where you went and what it was that it entailed?
Absolutely. So I went for a full year abroad to California State University in California, USA. And that means I did a 1 year exchange. So I went after my second year, spent a year abroad, and came back here for my final year, which now I'm finishing. And I chose to go on a year abroad because I wanted to enrich my studies in this way. I wanted to try to study my course of study in a different education system and maybe use facilities or learn modules that DMU just doesn't offer. So then for my final year and for my final project, I would just have that additional skills and knowledge that I could use. So that was really awesome. And I also got a chance to meet people from not only US, but from all over the world, because the exchange student community is so wide. In every university that you go, you meet other exchange students. Sure. So I just got the chance to network also with students from different countries. And you really get a chance to explore the world as well. California was a bucket list destination for me. I love nature. I wanted to see national parks. I wanted to see those big cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco. So that was definitely a dream come true, really.
Lovely, that sounds amazing. So in your experience over there, did you pick up any skills? Did you find that you were growing as a person? How did that enrich you as a person?
Definitely. So I think the communication skills is the main thing I would speak about, because it's the skill that you had to continuously grow with while on exchange, because you learn how to make connections in a different culture, and you have to navigate those relationships with friends and with lecturers, and having to adjust to different education systems. Sometimes you need to ask questions and learn how to communicate, and then now translating it back to coming back to the UK, I have those skills and I can use them not only in my personal life but also in professional life. So definitely that. But also, apart from the soft skills, it's a lot of technical skills I learned within my course, that some new software that I haven't learned here at DMU that I can now use, and things that I can just add to my CV, looking at just the skills specific for my course.
Lovely. It sounds like you've learned a lot. Yes. And you've grown as a person.
Absolutely.
And what was your favourite memory from all of this?
I think my favorite memory would be, so I was a part of a sports club. It was a wakeboarding club, which meant we spent pretty much every weekend on the boat, on the lake with my friends, just wakeboarding, which is pretty amazing. And we got a chance to travel to Arizona for a competition where we were camping by a lake with other university students. And so meeting people from all over the US that have a similar passion for wakeboarding, and then taking part in the competition. And then both my best friend and I placed on the podium, which was very exciting for us. So that trip was probably my favorite thing that happened.
Lovely. And how did you apply for all of these trips? Was it through a website, or was it through your course? Or
Yes, so when I was in my first year, I actually started doing the research about the year abroad and how to apply. And I read through the DMU Global website, looked through where I could go, and did a lot of my own personal research on that. And then when I was pretty sure this is what I want to pursue, I spoke to my personal tutor here at DMU, looked through the academic offers of the different universities that offered my course, and then we chose the modules that would be most enriching for me and chose the school that would probably be best. And then I applied in my second year on the website, on the DMU Global website.
Thank you so much for that, Daria. So we're now going to speak to Nital, and we're going to talk about her experience. I understand that your experience was a bit different to Daria's. Could you explain a little bit more about that?
So I went on an extracurricular trip to Dubai to discover the power of my voice. So this was for a week, and it was mainly to kind of participate in workshops to improve my public speaking skills and confidence as well. And for this trip we had free time, but we also participated in the workshops like I mentioned, and there was like pictures we had to do for different days. So when we went for the week, 3 of the days we were on the Dubai campus, and I think it was a really nice experience because from that I saw everyone improving in terms of their public speaking skills. Everyone was given their go, and personally for me, if it wasn't for that trip in Dubai, where I had to do these pictures in front of people who I never knew, but then I wouldn't be speaking here right now. And not just that, I think I made a great bunch of friends who I'm still in contact with today, and I think it's just one of the best parts and memories of my DMU overall.
Sounds like you had an amazing time, and it sounds like you've learned a lot from that, especially with your public speaking. Is there anything else that you feel like you've grown on, or something that you've learned from your DMU Global trip?
I think one thing I learned is push yourself out of your comfort zone. So obviously I was going there for a reason, and obviously it was to find myself and to push myself to gain all these skills, so public speaking, confidence, not just that, social as well, because I think when I was applying for the trip I was very hesitant. I was like, should I apply, should I not apply? And this was because I didn't know anyone, but I really wanted to do it to kind of push myself out of the comfort zone. And I think it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. So if you're considering going on a DMU Global trip, definitely just do it.
Yeah. And so how did you apply for your trip? Was it the same process as Daria's, or was it slightly different?
I saw it being promoted in campus quite a lot. There's a lot of posters. And then when I went onto the website, I looked into it myself. So there's many different opportunities. So I'm going to a Vietnam one for an extracurricular one in November. But then I saw the Dubai one, which was for discovering the power of my voice. And I felt that was best suited for me, and not just the location, but also the meaning behind what the trip was for. So that's how I applied, and then I applied through the website, and then there's a deadline, and then after the deadline you get emailed if you've got a place or not.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's helped your professional practice.
Yeah, definitely.
And is there anything that you're willing to share with prospective students, maybe a tip of advice?
I think my advice would be research everything before you choose the trip. And not just that, like I mentioned, push yourself out of your comfort zone and go for it. Don't hesitate, because it might be one of the best decisions you've made. I think because I bonded so well with everyone, I've gained some lifetime friends who I'm still in contact with, and hopefully we might go on future trips together.
Oh, that sounds so lovely. Sorry, Tay.
No, I was just about to say, yeah, that sounds really great.
Yeah, it sounds so lovely, and it's always so nice to hear about our student experiences with DMU Global and how that's enriched their lives and how that's going to help with their professional practice, but also the experiences that they can share in future worldly life. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really, useful, and I'm sure it's given everyone watching a really something to think about. But if we haven't already answered your questions, please do drop them in the chat. While you are thinking, let's find out our students' best memories at De Montfort University. We'll go with Daria first. Daria, I know DMU Global was amazing for you, but just generally, what has been your favourite highlight of studying here at DMU?
So looking at DMU Global apart from that, because obviously all the experiences with DMU Global have been such an amazing highlight for me.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I've been really engaged with the Taekwondo Sports Club here at DMU, and definitely joining that community and being a part of a a sports club and a society of people that have a similar passion, similar goals, have been really, really amazing. And we've been traveling for competitions and getting medals, and just having those experiences, I think that would be my highlight.
Yeah, and what about you, Nithal?
I think my highlight of DMU would be meeting different people. So I've joined DMU Hindu Society, and I'm also a student ambassador. So I think without joining and participating in these different kind of activities, I wouldn't have made all these different friends. And it's quite different because from home, obviously you're around people from the same area, whereas when you go to university, you're meeting people from abroad, different places. And one of my best friends is actually from Canada, and I think that's a really nice experience because I'm hoping to go to Canada soon. So I think that's one of my favorite memories.
Thank you so much, both of you, for sharing your favourite time here at DMU. It seems like you've had some great experiences, and hopefully you can get more experiences. I know, Daria, you are graduating. You can take them with you. So yeah, we'll pass on to you.
So thank you everyone, to our wonderful staff and students, for sharing their DMU global experiences. If you didn't have your question answered today, please do use our Student Ambassador platform, where you can speak directly with our students about their experiences. So our team should be putting that up on the screen now.
And thank you to our viewers for joining today. We hope you enjoyed hearing about the range of services that DMU Global offers and provides here for the students, as well as some insight from our current students. Don't forget, you can join us on our next open day on the 28th of June. So very soon, it's I think about 2 weeks away. And open days are a great way to not just only learn about our courses, but also the extra opportunities. For example, you've heard about the DMU Global and how our students can benefit from them. You can sign up to attend our open day via our website, and I hope to see you there soon. But until then, if you have any questions, please do feel free to get in touch with the university. We hope you enjoyed today's live stream, and we hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.